Mamuina Akwaba at the bank activity for any Nikongo Kelvin Taylor, a catching say in a Bekaya or the D a Supreme Court judges at Tempa the bench warrant a Tusa a Kevin Kobedu Taylor iso. I'm a break on the Nibu Morgan and Mumha Adenoko a assistant John Dramani Mahamani inauguration of the next year and Chebiana for a national security for Sanso Edino Premium Sanso Dinoco back to the United States of America. The same no kasi Kevin Kobedu Taylor as also be pim wo ye man ga na mu ha bim Supreme Court judge so sa fully aware say Kevin Kobedu Taylor abe pim wo man ga na mu ha mo hwehwe na dindindin aya asem ketwa na okateche bi fa so sa chima de na akosie bebi ode odwuna home atifo judge so senior brom hwehwe sa pawe se mi pina ko tie bebi Eden sa Kevin Kobedu Taylor yi akwakosi medamu ina
security for na adeno bamba aba akwakose the official residence of the vice president. Hey, baby, President Mahama etna when he was vice president and even president. Any baby vice president be aba obetna ye no. And the current vice president, Her Excellency or no say the private residence and ope. Yeah. And it's only vacant. A whole no imagine tata na be say.
Is this information that you are privy to?
And I will give you the full information. We'll come to that.
Really?
But, yes. But I want if you want us to deal with it, let's zoom in and deal with it.
But it's a serious matter and coming from you as a ranking on
Oh yes, you see, and it is terrible in this country, say. Aban biaba na a whole chief justice. A whole chief justice, no. What to asha no so say all pamono without basis. Na momo no ogu na nimu say apam chief justice and say the judiciary. Na sa aban na nkasa the national security architecture. Ebe bo obia wakasa tia judiciary no. Wakasa tia arrest warrant edane so no. Na national security for ebe boss any pan ho ban no. A indictment on the government. A serious indictment because between justice Gertrude Arabasaki Tokunu and the Kevin Taylor. Why and the Senke Bonnie Hobby? Between justice Araba Tokunu and this for a China boss who good anymore say to spite the judiciary no. And the Kevin Taylor, what did you tune for them? What did he a soft womping for Ghana hanging at them? What did he him for them? A did penny for beer a demo Ghana? What did you want them because Obi and it don't be eternity and boldy no, even to the extent to say or Casa did tia judiciary court no a issue arrest warrant to say you find arrest no and may appear before the matchroom why he should not be in prison, you know, and a free one old Johnny. So oba Ghana bia national security and a born home by obedru Ghana or the United Airlines and a bedru ye and rechi obedru ye no the flight I have all the details and I will not even want to give the nitty-gritty details. The seats are or so we know obedru airport national security for and a cofa no free tarmac and so and then they found VVIP gate 19 VVIP so former president to be too kind or bar nefa VVVIP gets 19 top diplomats and yedi omofa. That was a diplomatic courtesy and this year buying national security at the man and then kofa ho omofa ni wi yenso omo de ne koto the residence official residence umemu ha vice president and the tenemo and see a day and a buying orchard. If you glorify some of these things, I will not mess me also. Memphis West being described. You are emboldening the young people say to be rewarded in this country. You're ready say ubedi dimpeni fuatem. You crowd say ubedi control to whether or a judge, whether you're a whether or a sofo, whether or a politician, whether or a businessman. Trantrotun so gunanimas did not attempt because some court to crown as a court to be empa. A bino a bebo ho buying. Ewa manoniu, Sir Ghana, even baby, I obey that crown. You better leave it to presidential status.
Okay, Reverend.
You know, it is terrible and we must be sad in this country.
Information reaching us indicate that Mr. Sansadeli again has been flown into Ghana. You have the video of the house and all that. Okay. He's been flown into Ghana. Now, this Sansadeli is the one who brought Miss Sansadeli to Ghana, the fake doctor, who says we shouldn't say she's a criminal. He said we shouldn't say that because no court has said that. She wrote some letters to Metro TV that she's not a criminal or something like that. Okay. Mr. Sansadeli is the one who brought this guy. Now, Sansadeli has been flown into Ghana a while ago. He is reported at the airport when he arrived, and this is what we have been told. We hope it's not true. We just hope it's not true. He arrived as Kelvin Taylor. He went through gate 19. Gate 19 at the airport is reserved ordinarily for high-profile diplomats. So President Kufuor is abroad now. When President Kufuor is coming back, he'll go through gate 19. If a high-profile state official travels, say the Honorable Mike Hammer, those who are not maybe inside governments, all of those people, they will all go through gate 19. That's the gate reserved for high-profile officials. He was met by national security in gross violation. These national security people. And we are getting this information from people. I mean, in gross violation of a court order of a bench warrant. Ministers may or may not be aware. President may or may not be aware. He has arrived in Ghana in gross violation of a court order. The court order was against contempt of court. He spoke certain things in which the court believed was scandalizing the court. Kweku Bako and Haruna Atta went to prison for saying things that the court thought was scandalizing the court. This guy sits in America, scandalizes the court in the name of politics. A bench warrant is issued. His party is in power. So the state security apparatus, sponsored by the taxpayer, goes to pick the guy who has scandalized one of the most important institutions of democracy, the courts. And they bring him in. You have not even heard the worst. The worst is that they send him. He came by United Airlines, according to the story. United Airlines flight UA996 from Washington, D.C. And he came with an entourage. According to the story, he didn't just come, he came with an entourage. And they are up and they are so the people at the airport don't quite see. People on the flight who told us. And guess what? The report is that sent him to Prestige Lake. Go and live in the house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the same house that John Dramani Mahama lived in as vice president and even as president. When President Mahama was exiting his presidency in 2016, this is the house that he wrote to Nana Akufo-Addo, and Nana Akufo-Addo agreed that President Mahama can have it. Later on, party hawks prevailed on Akufo-Addo by force that President Mahama cannot have it. And so President Mahama had to relocate and find his own place where he has been living until he was re-elected as president. This house is where Aliu Mahama lived in. It's reserved, it's a cocoa board house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the house that has been given to Mr. Sansadeli and his entourage to stay in the official residence of the vice president of Ghana. This guy who just finished SS2, not because he can't pay, but because he can't learn, and sets up a media organization to basically drop down insults on every important Ghanaian. And because he supports and assists the political party, there's no problem with political parties supporting their own. Every political party supports their own. There's no problem. Akufo-Addo supports his own.